Fight in the right hand I was talking about. Fucking Logan Rogers. This is one shot. My mania. Austin mania. And you ruined it. I show speed does not deserve to be treated like this. I mean, he was willing to tag up with Paul and Austin Theory on Division 3 as tonight. You never know. I think it's going to make Speed pay some more. You know as well as I do, winning and losing at this level, there are consequences to it. I show Speed has to learn that the hard way. This is just a mugging now, a vicious assault. Said that like Speed a more. Logan Paul's got those crazed eyes. He came here tonight to win. He does not accept losses, not in front of the eyes of the world. I show Speed. Well, wait, I think Paul's going to go up top and look for Paul from Grayson. Meanwhile, Jimmy Uso sends Paul into the ropes. Lord Johnny! And Logan Paul sent to the floor. Come here, man. Good. Good. Unlikely to say, but therefore I show Speed. Is he now in the thick of the lion's den? No way. Okay. This may get ugly here. The Usos. Clutching. I show Speed. To climb up to the top right. Is that like that? Paul's one of the killed. On the table. Go to his Speed. That's a long way. Speed. Logan Paul is out. LA Knight and the Usos. Waiting with I show Speed. And that had to feel good after he was fully throughout this match tonight by division. I promise you, it didn't feel good. He'll enjoy watching it back. Well, that was incredibly painful for I show Speed. But even more so, Logan Paul that may have a quick ribcage. And now it's celebration time. And Speed yeeting as well. Welcome to Wrestlemania. I show Speed. Look at the height. Incredible. From the top of the post, flying to the air. Speed with a show splash through Logan Paul, through the table. A WrestleMania moment for Speed. What an absolutely insane thing to attempt. But if you're going to do anyone, do it right here at WrestleMania. With the eyes of the world around you. Hats off. I show Speed.
Jimmy, Jay, what's it like being one of the greatest tag teams of all time?
Well, right there. Say yes. Oh, yay, 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 yay. Bow, bow.
Guys, have a Snickers.
Snickers satisfies.
In later years, every time Hulk told the story, Andre gained 100 pounds. For those who believe, it's like when St. Paul had his epiphany on the road to Damascus. The whole earth is going to say when Jesus rose from the dead?
What are they gonna think when the
People, they were right there with all of it.
He ripped the being the champion as well as the crucifix. 7'5".
It was the first time I've ever been in the ring not knowing what was going to happen.
Look at the size of the giant. What's Hogan saying to him, I wonder? What could Hogan possibly be saying to him?
Oh, man, I love you to death, brother. Let me tell you something. Thank you so much, man, for helping me out all these years. That was a conversation. And he looked pissed. He just looked like a rabid, great white shark like he's going to tear me apart.
Oh, big one.
The storyline is no one had body slammed Andre the Giant. It's impossible.
Take him and get up. Get up.
I said, well, I'm dead. You're going to kill me.
We could get submitted next. He's been seeing the first never been beaten in 15 years. What's taking the air away from him and Hogan is not being allowed to get a full breath of oxygen in there.
And when you talk about who's the greatest, you know, the greatest is, was, or ever will be, or greatest in the world, I challenge anybody in this business
She's getting up. Oh, look at
to do one move better than mine.
it's over.
With as etched in time, be a piece of history. Do whatever side kick you want to do, whatever suplex you want to do, whatever twirly twisty thing off the top rope. What I did will live forever.
After that, I told him, you're never going to be Cherry Bollea again, Hulk. When you walk out there with that headband on, it's not a Cherry Bollea, it's Hulk Hogan. And that's the way the people see you.
He became the legend, the myth, Hulk Hogan, the immortal.
The power of Hulkamania made us push everything else aside and escape into this marvelous movie.
Hulk Hogan turned out to be more real than anyone ever thought it would be. It turned out to be who I really am.
Day, Wayfair's big sale is almost here. From April 25th through 27th, you get a front row seat to the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Plus, the prize flash deal all way day long.
Now that's a steal.
With fast and free shipping on everything. Everything, even the big stuff. These savings won't last. So mark your calendar and shop Way Day from April 25th through 27th for up to 80% off everything home.
And we welcome you back to Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Wrestlemania Saturday, live from Allegiant Stadium, the home of the NFL Raiders. And the celebrities are out tonight, including huge WWE fan. For the 49ers, their tight end, George Kittle, here tonight. There you go. For the Detroit Lions, Jameer Gibbs is here. Another big WWE fan in the house for WrestleMania. How about Tyrese Halliburton from the Indiana Pacers here enjoying WrestleMania? So why can't we get one of those? Because you don't do well drunk. And also from ESPN, Stephen Smith in the house for WrestleMania.
The following is an unsanctioned match. There are no disqualifications, no countouts. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. WWE will not be held liable for damages or injuries.
Well, I need to add the P first today on ESPN. Oh, I will keep going. That was, yeah.
Introducing from Sacramento, California, weighing her 250 pounds, the Stone Cold Warrior.
Well, Wade, batten down the hatches. Oh, this is gonna be wild. So much hatred, so much malignant contempt has been built up between these two superstars. The only way to get this done is in unsanctioned fashion. The company saying, do whatever you want to each other. We can't control you. We will not be held liable. How about it? In front of the eyes of the world. Drew McIntyre has gone back in time to revisit the history of Jacob Fatu and the time that he spent behind bars in prison. Jacob Fatu is talking about how he's changed. It's about his family now. It's about his wife and his kids. He is a werewolf, ready to win titles in WWE. But he said last night, Wade, if Drew McIntyre wants the old Jacob Fatu back for one night, he's gonna get him. All gas, no brakes. You have to think that an unsanctioned match was made for Jacob Fatu. Well, there's certainly a lot of loathing, but there must be some fear too, right here in Las Vegas for both of these competitors, knowing full well the damage that will be incurred by both men who are capable of the highest levels of violent savagery.
His opponent from Iron Scotland, weighing for 285 pounds, Drew McIntyre.
Now we know Drew McIntyre can get down and dirty with the best of them. Last year at WrestleMania, he knocked off Damian Priest in a Sin City street fight. And today, McIntyre has no rules to follow except get a pinfall or a submission to win the match. Yeah, and this is a Drew McIntyre who was fully intent a few weeks ago on walking into WrestleMania as WWE Champion. That went out of the window when he lost it to Cody Rhodes, thanks in large part to the arrival mid-match of one Samoan werewolf. And that is why Drew McIntyre is laser focused on taking the werewolf down.
Don't forget, Jacob Fatu still blames this man for kicking his teeth down his throat last year.
Why did McIntyre do that? Because Jacob...
Oh, so you're admitting you did it.
Well, falsely, Jacob Fatu wasted little time going through McIntyre in this unsanctioned match. It's underway. Bouncing McIntyre off the barricade, and here comes an unhinged Jacob Fatu. The referee has very little he needs to do in this match other than count the 3 count or accept a submission, and I would not blame him. They are well clear of these two until he needs to close in.
McIntyre driven into the ring post by Jacob Fatu. He says, I'm no longer a killer, stealing scraps. I'm a werewolf on the hunt.
That werewolf looks ravenous right now, catching McIntyre cold. That's exactly what he needs to do. Get the upper hand early in this one.
He was out here ringside early. As Jacob Fatu now turning a table into the ring, completely legal under the rules of an unsanctioned match. Do you like the fact that they just made this unsanctioned so WWE could not be held liable?
Well, he had no choice whatsoever. You could have put a bunch of rules in place. You could have made sure this was an official match as is standard in WWE. Oh, these two are going to throw it out the window anyway. Don't forget, it wasn't that long ago McIntyre got suspended for taking out a referee with a claymore. I've just noticed it's actually the referee in the ring right now. Wait up.
And Jacob Fatu now unloading a toolbox.
And that is interesting.
Oh!
McIntyre.
And I'll tell you why. You see McIntyre backing off here. McIntyre remembers CM Punk inside Hell in a Cell. Toolbox and tools where McIntyre had 17 stitches to his skull. And now McIntyre looking to use the toolbox, or maybe not.
Well, it almost ended the career of Drew McIntyre. He never wants to see another toolbox again in his life.
My goodness. Fatu whipped the back of his head, bouncing off the steel aprons.
And there's no let-up whatsoever, and nor should there be from McIntyre. It's kill or be kill now, and Jacob Fatu, both the front and back of his head, getting smashed into the steel of that ring frame.
Jacob Fatu had McIntyre on his heels early. And just like this, Drew McIntyre has turned the tables.
McIntyre prides himself on being the most vicious man in WWE, and he's certainly shown that over the past couple of years. If anyone can match him, it is Jacob Fatu.
McIntyre getting lift Fatu, but it's driven spine first into the post.
So much raw power possessed by both of these men, so much durability.
And McIntyre with a thud. Did you hear that? Did you hear the thud when McIntyre collapsed the chest of Jacob Fatu? Now using the phone to his advantage.
Phone handed to him by his own brother, who flew here to watch McIntyre compete for the WWE Championship. All of why McIntyre is so irate.
Didn't he learn a couple of years ago when he got involved in selfies and social media after he won the world title at Wrestlemania what happened to him?
Well, it looks like he just tweeted something. Go check that out right now as McIntyre continues his assault with more weapons of war.
And again, that monkey wrench comes. Oh, and he fought too with an explosive clothesline.
It shows you how quickly someone like Jacob Fatu can bounce back from the kind of assault levied at him so far.
The crazed eyes. And there's the running senton.
It is a freakish ability that Jacob Fatu possesses. A whirlwind of torture.
Remember last year at WrestleMania, Jacob Fatu won the United States Championship.
The question now is, has Drew McIntyre completely underestimated this warlord?
That is the Samoan way.
Man among the city, late great Umaga and McIntyre. And look at this. Fatu, pop up Samoan. Covered by Fatu.
Just to be clear, Drew McIntyre is 280 pounds, and Jacob Fatu threw him up in the air and caught him with ease. Let's take another look at this from Jacob Fatu in the air, caught on the way back down and driven down hard with that Samoan drop.
This is just the second unsanctioned match in WrestleMania history. Remember when Seth Rollins beat Triple H nearly 10 years ago?
Flying Glasgow kiss there, just about saving McIntyre when coming in swinging the steel was Jacob Fatu. Now quickly this one could turn around where every shot is as lethal as what we've seen.
Yeah, the Glasgow kiss, very lethal. McIntyre has used it to his advantage so many times over the years. Fatu now reverses this. McIntyre almost ran into his own chair, caught him with a back elbow.
But the Blade's armor just in the nick of time. Both men, starting to drag a little here and face first into that steel ring post.
And now McIntyre, and over goes Jacob Fatu, and now McIntyre seems like he's entering the zone here.
McIntyre just pissed off and he got thrown up in the air by Fatu. He's like, taste your own medicine. I got some power too, Fatu.
He's always pissed off, Wade. I mean, that probably wasn't the only reason.
Bitter, unpredictable, and hell-bent on scoring a major victory here in front of the world.
And the big man got a flu. Taking Fatu. Drew McIntyre. He's a Terminator in there.
Just bouncing up immediately, knowing full well you've got to double down on this abuse.
And now McIntyre looking for the death blow. The Claymore, Jacob able to dig underneath. And McIntyre.
Skull first into that steel chair and wait on
Fatu on the inside. McIntyre. McIntyre, get down.
Oh my God!
I'm not sure anyone has ever kicked out of Fatu's fighting moonsaults.
Well, take a look at this first of all. McIntyre putting it all on the line and connecting with Fatu, but just when he'd eaten the steel head first, followed up by this double jump moonsault that is a signature of Fatu's. Everyone who's tasted that has been beaten until right now on WrestleMania, and McIntyre staying alive, living dangerously.
Over 50,000 tonight at Allegiant Stadium enjoying this matchup on ESPN2 and Netflix internationally. And McIntyre with a wrench to the back of the knee.
Just kneecapping his opponent here and now going to town with a rough edge of that wrench.
And again, you said it at the start of this match. He's going to take out the eye of Fatu here.
But this is why it's unsanctioned, Cole.
There's so much disdain, so much hatred, pure violence between these two men.
Well, you say both men starting to drag, but Drew McIntyre has found the second wind at exactly the right time.
Oh, he's a machine. There's no doubt about it. Each and every time we see McIntyre in action, we're more and more impressed with what this man can accomplish.
He may be the greatest in history to come from the British Isles, and I don't say that lightly, but he proves it time and time again, and is only getting better.
And now with the steel chairs set up, McIntyre looking for a suplex, and Fatu through the chairs. By McIntyre. Oh, and a kick out. I think the only thing that saved Fatu there is he didn't collide with both of those chairs.
Yeah, it took a glancing blow to the back, which will be incredibly painful. Certainly not going to shatter the spine like McIntyre intended.
And notice who the official is in this match, Dan Engler, who's had quite the history with Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre.
And again, the referee can't do anything about it.
Oh, no.
He just took the belt.
Well, we saw something similar a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. McIntyre whipping the hell out of Jacob Fatu, a man he calls an unreformed convict. He's looking to humiliate him once again at WrestleMania.
The leather belt is set. Fatu slowly making his way back to a spin and a super kick. Drops McIntyre.
Just too much glee in the eyes of McIntyre there. Did not bounce when he could. Waited a beat too long. And you can't do that with the world.
And now a chair to the spine. You saw McIntyre try to crawl toward the belt, but Fatu with another steel chair.
It's not just the spine, it's the kidneys that get shredded, and it may be payback time, Cole.
I don't think he's giving it back to England. Jacob Fatu! Fatu is unleashed! Did you hear the strikes, Wade?
Just absolute anarchy in that ring, and the frame of McIntyre may be shattered here. Pain coursing through his veins. Brain just shutting off, and once again, Fatu going back to that toolbox.
McIntyre, he's knocked off fucking Seth and Priest and... No, Jacob took a little too much time. Get here, and Fatu kicks out.
Oh, and that was a weak kick out, incredibly, from Drew McIntyre's biggest weapon, the Claymore, the one that does all the damage.
And now he's blaming the official for what he perceived was a slow count here.
Both men so blinded by hatred, they've simply taken too long at times to launch vicious attacks. And their opponents have countered, and now they are both kicked out of their biggest moves. And where the hell do you go from here?
WrestleMania Saturday is underway. Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre, unsanctioned match. And now McIntyre looking to gain the upper hand. Head fronts though by Fatu. Driving McIntyre down to the mat. And look at Jacob Fatu go.
We're about to learn a lot about these two. Who has the biggest appetite for warfare? Somebody's hopes are fading rapidly. Who can dig the deepest?
And Jacob Fatu now set up a table. Again, thank you for joining us on ESPN2 tonight for the first hour of WrestleMania. The rest of the show will continue in just a few moments over on the ESPN app. Part of the unlimited plan as Jacob Fatu now looks to take McIntyre out as he sends him face first into the table.
And that swaggering confidence of Drew McIntyre feels like a long time ago at this point.
But straight across the elbow of McIntyre.
McIntyre's body signal will not cooperate with him at this point. Trying to get some feeling back in those fingers. He's got bigger problems than fingers coming up here, though.
And with McIntyre thrown on the table, Jacob Fatu looks to take the slow climb to the top rope, and McIntyre off the table. The chair bounced off the face of Fatu, and now McIntyre with an opportunity.
Exactly what you've got to do. Wait until your opponent drops his guard, and then hope you've got enough left in the tank to do something like this.
And now McIntyre took this. McIntyre to sit for two, through the table, and to set up his ringside. Now McIntyre may have Fatu exactly where he wants him.
It's a devastating landing that was. And it is now all in the hands of McIntyre to put this one to bed.
Two just trying to roll out of harm's way as McIntyre again stalks his man. Looks for the claymore, runs into a super kick by Fatu. And another one by Fatu. Drops McIntyre.
Just incredible bounce back ability from Fatu, and once again loitering with intent is that toolbox.
Right off the skull of McIntyre, who may be out. Jacob Fatu. Inside. It was as violent as we expected. And Jacob Fatu, look at him. Please look in his eye, as volatile as they come. Oh, what an incendiary matchup that was. Fatu somehow, some way, simply outlasting McIntyre. The volume of abuse both men absorbed was something to behold. Jacob Fatu said he was going to go back in time for one night. And boy, did he ever. Look how we got there. This is the moment McIntyre thought he had this thing won. He struck full to the outside, crashing through a table and crashing down hard. The issue McIntyre has at this point, he's got to get his opponent back in the ring. And that is when Jacob Fatu turned it around. That toolbox once again in McIntyre's career haunting him. And then simply no way back from this. A 1-2 whammy. Massive moonsault through the table. What a victory for Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu puts to rest the demon known as Drew McIntyre. Jacob Fatu impressive here tonight in this unsanctioned match against the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre. And you have to wonder if this finally closes the book on what has been a long, vicious rivalry. Well, for the safety of these two men, I certainly hope so. But Fatu going onwards and upwards from here, always said, wants to be the #1 representative of his family and claim the top gold here. Where does Fatu's career go from here? All options are on the table, but for McIntyre, this is going to be a bitter pill to swallow. It's going to take a long time to get over this loss. The handcuffs were off for Jacob Fatu tonight in an impressive win on the grand stage of WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, in the States, we would love to thank you for joining us for this special presentation of WrestleMania Saturday on ESPN2. We invite you now to head over to the ESPN app with the unlimited plan, where you can catch the rest of WrestleMania, featuring the matches you see on your screen now, including our main event, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, for the undisputed WWE title. We'll see you on the other side. Congratulations to Jacob Fatu.
Tiffy time never ends, huh? Well, more Chumba time for me. Give Daddy those gold coins.
Chumba champion has arrived. Give me that tablet.
I'm gonna give up the Chumba belt that easy.
Kind of like the one Damien took from you?
Whoa, chill, guys. Now that Chumba's on board, there's enough gold coins for everyone.
It was intriguing, and they wanted to see more of it.
He showed me put in the main event everywhere we go. The character didn't really have a persona, other than he was big and nasty and mean.
Everybody's been running scared. They can feed me this great beef meat every week on TV. I want the best now. All these superstars, they've been hiding in the eye of the storm, brother. I've been whipping everybody out here.
That's not what becoming more popular. All the promoters, they said, if you're looking as big as you are, you need to be in New York. Madison Square Garden's the epitome of wrestling. And there's a guy named Vince McMahon Sr. who called. And he wants you to come to New York. So I went up there. Vince McMahon's clicking quarters, looking at me. I want you to come to work for me. Nothing but main events. And draw money all over the world. I said, oh, really? First off, I would change the name.
It is the Incredible Hulk Hogan.
And I said, what is a Hulk Hogan? What does that mean?
Back in the day, my dad gave him his name. He was this big kid, and my dad, of course, being Irish, decided Hogan, that's a great name. So why not Hulk Hogan? It was alliterative, so let's go with that.
But I'm Italiano. Vincent doesn't matter to me. Yeah, okay. I'll think about it.
His opponent makes his Madison Square Garden debut. The Incredible Hulk Hogan.
The very first match that Hulk Hogan ever had in Madison Square Garden was with yours truly, Ted DiBiase.
Turn of the goodness. Ted DiBiase.
When Hulk and I had that match, Vince McMahon Sr. came to me and he said, we have really high hopes for this guy. I really want you to get him over as best you can. Putting someone over means he's going to win. And I said, you got it, boss. Oh, he was brand new. He was obviously just still learning. But my job was to make him look really good. When we first locked up, he powers out. I back up into the corner like, oh my gosh. I'm trying to convey to the people that, what do I have to do to get this guy down? For this to be the forefront of the wrestling business, the main event in Madison Square Garden, the beginning of a whole new era, I thought I had arrived.
For decades, one stage has defined greatness. Icons were made here. Legacies were built here. This is Wrestlemania.
The O's. Pack our things.
Let's go.
Rated PG in theaters now.
Aerial coverage of WrestleMania brought to you by Goodyear. Tried, tested, proven, legendary. And we are inside Allegiant Stadium tonight for WrestleMania Saturday. There is our own WWE blimp enjoying the festivities in front of over 50,000 here tonight at WrestleMania. And it has been quite the start here to WrestleMania, Wade. We had the two great matches on ESPN2, and now we welcome everyone in internationally on Netflix and, of course, in the United States on the ESPN app. Michael Cole, Wade Barrett. We still got plenty more to come. Going to get to all that in a moment. But first, let's check on with our Spanish colleagues, Marcelo Rodriguez and Jerry Soto. Nosotros. ¿Qué tal, amigos? Gracias. Cabanga. Gracias por acompañarnos con esas emociones de WrestleMania y estamos en español. ¿Qué le pertenece a todos ustedes? Tú estás aquí con nosotros, así que gracias por existir. Bienvenido a WrestleMania. Let's get to it for the rest of the night here tonight. Plenty of action on tap at WrestleMania Saturday. We have the Women's Intercontinental Championship, or the Champion A. Sorry about that, folks. It's the Women's World Championship. Stephanie McCare and Liv Morgan go one-on-one here tonight. And 6 months out with a shoulder injury.
Sorry, I'm cooking and whatnot with the family. What's
Each other face. What's up? What's up? How we doing? How we doing? Let's see. It ain't been too bad so far. The wrestling's been on point. I gotta make some more wall art real quick for the backgrounds, but yeah, we'll be in and out. And yeah. Be right back.
Versus the current WWE champ Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. That is our main event later on tonight. And of course, Pat McAfee may well make his presence known.
The following is a fatal from the Women's Tag Team Championship. One member from each team will be legal at all times. The first team to score a pinfall or submission will be declared the winners and the Women's Tag Team Champions.
Only Alexa and Charlotte can pull off those outfits. The former tag team champions looking to win back to gold here tonight. Charlotte Flair, of course, has become synonymous with Wrestlemania over the years. WrestleMania 34, when she beat Asuka to end the record undefeated streak of the Empress of Tomorrow. She beat Rhea Ripley back at Mania 36. Ronda Rousey at Mania 38, the first wave, the history-making WrestleMania 35, where Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, and Becky Lynch would be a part of the first ever women's match to main event WrestleMania. Just so we're clear, Carl, I think you could pull off both of those out. Oh, thanks. Let's move on because we've got two top stars who know all about hitting top gear at WrestleMania, looking to win back that gold once again tonight. Alexa Bliss back at Mania 36 with the tag team titles.
Next, the team of
Nelly got what she wanted. An opportunity to once again be a part of WrestleMania. Remember last year, Wade, Becky Lynch, we would find out later, would attack Bayley, taking her out of WrestleMania. Becky would replace her to Demon Lila Valkyria to win the tag team gold.
Jules Becky Lynch, who had previously attacked Bayley, then went on to attack Lyra before these two got back together, smoothed things over, and now launching an assault on finally getting the gold here at WrestleMania.
Bayley has 3 wins in this great spectacle. Of course, back at WrestleMania 40, when she beat Io Sky to win the WWE Women's Championship. I am.
WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Nia Jax and Cash the Irresistible.
And both Nia and Last Legend paying homage to legends. Brand new WWE Hall of Famers, Axe and Smash, Demolition, who were inducted at just a very emotional ceremony last night.
Yeah, from one powerhouse duo to another, here comes the Nia, and here comes the Lasher, the reigning tag team champs here for the women in WWE. And what an unstoppable powerhouse duo they make.
Yeah, they won the tag titles back at the end of February by knocking off Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, undefeated as a team.
Formidable, a pair of foes, as you could possibly imagine, possess 0 physical weaknesses and a heck of a lot of assets. Damn, they look good tonight. Let the sparkle here in the desert.
Alexa Bliss looking on. Jackson fighting a rivalry, and back Nia knocked off Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania to win the world title. Yeah.
So, I tried really hard, you guys, to overcome this injury. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it medically cleared today. And I wasn't about to ruin this WrestleMania moment. So, take my advice. I called them old friends.
That was on time! Talk to me! Oh my! I don't think we're ever finally would see the time! My one time!
The company by WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella, the team of World Bella and
Number 7, and the Bubbles and Page are long-time friends. Bubble is still okay. And Little Page was going to be here at WrestleMania.
Almighty, your heart goes out to Nikki Bella, who's missed out because of that injury, but what a major surprise and what a major shot in the arm for this audience who truly been given a gift here with the return of Paige.
Paige looks in tremendous shape here tonight. The SEAL team with Brie Bella as part of this fatal 4-way match for the women's tag team titles. And I'm just looking up some Doing some research real quick here, Wade. Well, go ahead with your point.
I'm going to say the entire UK must be jumping out of their couches right now. I know it's late there. I'm sure you're buzzing with energy. They're going to return the famous Night Dynasty over there while she's back. But she's coming for the goal.
And apparently, I believe this is Paige's first time in a WWE ring in more than 8 years. Paige, of course, who made her main roster debut as Lash Legend starts things off now against Brie Bella. Bailey in this as well, and so is Alexa Bliss. 4 women in the ring at one time. First team to gain pinfall or submission will win the tag titles. Meanwhile, Paige made her main roster debut, remember, against AJ Lee on the Intercontinental Championship, when she was Women's Championship.
Right, but the top man straight back at the top for Page. And of course, in this match, you can only tag your own tag partner. Now making the most of that are the irresistible forces. Oh, geez, baby.
Lash Legend has been so impressive and incredible since teaming with Nia Jax.
And how can these two fail? Let's be honest, two powerhouses that are both worth double. It's basically 4 against 2 every time they're in tag match.
You still can't stop looking at the apron. Paige is actually in this match, Wade.
But man, this place is going to explode when she gets to
Charlotte Flair with a high first body. And the queen now sends Nia Jax out of the ring and delivers a chop to Brie. You see Charlotte Flair, and we talk about Paige. Remember, back in NXT when Paige, Charlotte, and Becky were PCB. And look at this, Brie Bella hooking up Charlotte, who kicks out.
Who's got a 4-way jump through the rules like this? There's always going to be opponents following every time you go for a move, a pin, whatever. You'll have your horse arguing that.
Bella using Lyra Valkyria as a weapon, and then Lyra wiping out Brie.
How much does this affect Brie? Obviously, it's great for Paige to be used to teaming and her own twin sister.
Yeah, I'm looking back in time here, and as a Brie Bella delivers the yes kicks now to Charlotte and Lyra. Paige actually teamed with Brie and with Brie on a WrestleMania kickoff show a number of years ago. Oh, step up in Zaguri.
That's not a particularly deep resume as a tag team, but you'll take whatever you can get at this point. They have to click into gear very, very quickly here, and that's tough to do when you've got Nia Jax rearranging your spine.
And a tag made, and Lash Legend now legal.
Oh, I love everything about Lash Legend. For many people, that is the future of the women's division right there, and that is a small example of exactly why we're taking this war by storm since arriving.
Choke slam right onto the apron of Bailey. Now Charlotte Flair with a big boot drops Nia to the floor. Lash Legend with that boot to Charlotte.
Charlotte is absolutely brilliant. Has all the experience in the world, but there's so little you can do against someone with a frame like Lash Legend who knows how to use it. Using those veteran wiles now is Charlotte Flair. And smartly tagging out, getting the fresh Alexa Bliss in there for a go.
Bliss. DDT delivered to Lash Legend. Now Lyra Valkyria back into the fray.
Valkyria with the greatest high flyers and a former Intercontinental Champion in WWE too. Now picking up the pace, and this is smart. Once you've got Lash Legend out of the ring, do whatever you can on your opponents and capitalize.
Lyra with frequent tags. Double team coming. Backbreaker. And Bailey delivers the elbow to Bliss.
Ding dong, you idiots.
And Lash Legend goes right up. The near fall.
Lash was down, but certainly not out. And poised at the right time to move back in.
So away from Paige before Lash Legend intercepts and sends her to the corner.
How much would Lash Legend love to spoil this return of Paige when the events enough? Even did it, but it didn't get this way. Finish, Paige could even hit something to the seven.
He tries the back. Alexa Bliss now Valkyria gonna double Brie.
Those alliances in this one attack opponents, but keep your wood target. These things never last long.
And now Lash Legend so confident. She powers her way in here.
Eugene Crowley doing her thing.
Yeah, sending Bliss and Lyra to the mat. Meanwhile, Brie Bella perched on the top rope and still trying to kick by Brie.
An absolute bullseye. That's taking a lot out of Brie. 4 women down. Fresh partners now on the apron demanding entry into this match.
Got a tag here with partner. Lyra trying to drive herself to Bailey. Tag me. Here comes Nia Jax. Here comes Charlotte Flair. Bailey in as well. Charlotte with a big boot.
Nice nimble work there by Nia Jax, and now that intolerable over the stage. What the world's been waiting for. Just this time. It's taking it to it's time to get champion. Syntax. That is looking better than ever.
They got sent out to the apron. Last Legend gets caught by a kick. But it's now. We're going to well-placed Steve's to Legend. Wearing Legend out.
Just a step ahead of the competition. Turn this page. What is she cooking up here?
Page now off the top of the last body. From the back. Lyra don't kill it. It's through. Beautiful.
Nice, Lyra.
Lyra looking for Nightwing. Page able to counter.
Scrambling out of exactly the right time. It's Turner.
Is it enough to put her away? And a breaking things up is Bailey. Turning back the clock with a Page Turner. And out Samoan drop by Nia Jax.
And Jax just going on a tear at the right time. This is championship time now. Looking to retain the gold here and jump Brie Bella out on the head, but denied.
Brie go down, last Legend from behind. Looking to hook up Lyra for a last extension here. Cover. Page and Charlotte break it up.
And they needed to, because that was game over for Lyra Valkyria. Kept the match alive for themselves.
I mentioned these two were teammates many years ago at NXT. Working together to clear the ring and make this one-on-one. Teammates, rivals. Two women that led us to the evolution.
Lyra smashing, game-changing, queens of the industry, throwing down.
Now Page trying to get the upper hand on Charlotte. Get shot by Charlotte. Looking for the figure eight. Uh-oh, kick out by Charlotte at 2.
Page looking for
Slow selection.
That could be good night right here, but gotta move quick while the rest of the teams are down.
Oh, look so Bliss. Well, Page in trouble. Brie Bella yanking Charlotte out of the way. Distracting That's Nikki. Gee, with the clutch. Nikki with the clutch. Twisted Bliss. It's got her knees up.
Black Balls was all it took for Page to recover.
Page! Page! She won the titles. What an emotional moment tonight! The return of Page! To win tag team gold!
Well, shock and awe for the entire industry. Page back where she belongs and back at the very top. This is the moment Nikki Bella got involved from the outside. Of course, clearly taken out of the match with that ankle injury, now attacking. Strong Flair with the clutch. Wiping out Flair, distracting Bliss, giving Page enough time to recover. Bring up the knees on this Twisted Bliss. then really make it count moments later with his cradle DDT. Rampage, and we have new tag champs, shockingly. Brie Bella and Paige.
Paige won a championship on her debut in WWE over a decade ago. But now she returns for the first time in 8 years. And what does she do? She wins gold again. One of the most inspirational women that you will ever meet. Paige has returned to WWE to win the tag team titles.
That is just the ultimate feel-good story. If you're a fan of this industry, a fan of the journey we've all been on over the past 15 years in the women's division, Paige, that was amazing. Congratulations.
Well, you know, everyone is out for WrestleMania. Even the Mandalorian and Grogu, who traveled to see tonight's action. And we have a sneak peek at their new movie, Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu, filmed for IMAX and in theaters May 22nd.
Grogu lives centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
This is about preventing another war and protecting everything the rebellion fought for.
There are too many. Now, I'll hold them off. Scared?
Growing in theaters and IMAX May 22nd. Get tickets now.
Was my DoorDash.
Good.
Have you seen my food? Red bag, white logo? Huh? It's my DoorDash.
Oh. Well, rings. It's time for DoorDash.
Credit One Bank presents Cancelee. He's a creditor. She loves canceling older credit cards when they're paid off. But what she doesn't know is that canceling them can decrease the length of her history and hurt her credit rates, both of which could lower her score. Don't be like Cancelina. Instead, learn how to avoid the wreckers at creditwreckers.com. Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
What in the world are you thinking? Me seeing the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
And then it got evil in there, man. As soon as I saw me and Gene's nose get split open, and I plugged into that crowd, my mind says, screw the audience.
All this crap in the ring represents these fans out here. I did everything for the charities. I did everything for the kids. And the reception I got when I came out here, you fans can stick it, brother.
I think deep down inside, there's parts of him that just wanted to let people know what he really thought. Felt great. Now, there's so much heat. It was incredible. I looked at people in the eyes that were 5 feet away from me. They wanted to kill me. They had blood coming out of their eyeballs. They were so mad. I knew I could just rule. I could rule the business.
That's right here. Here's the future of wrestling. Listen to all this. The new world order of wrestling, brother. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Don't touch me.
Yeah, I remember
remember him sitting me down saying, like, you know, all the red and yellow stuff, the good guy stuff, that's out the window. I'm gonna be a bad guy now.
Here we go. Everybody see that?
And God, he was crazy.
Said, War King.
Said I, where's my black boots? Do I have any black patent leather boots? I have to go see if I have black boots. So I go in his closet. I'm like digging around. I'm like, these? They're like 100 years old from like 1965. He's like, yeah, those. You better get going.
I'm going. I'm right time. 2 hours.
I give him a pair of my black leggings. He's like, yeah, that's it. It's the belt around him. I'm like, yeah, that's it.
It's time to get back on the line.
Nothing was ever the same after that. If Hulk Hogan can turn heel, then anything can happen.
Hulk was trying to fit into this new world, this new society, and he worked tremendously.
He has one of the greater changes in all the history of our industry. My gosh.
It flips everything.
When it's too fun.
Hulkster was done out of anger, was the shit, you know. He was the dude.
You know, the cheap shots and that dastardly evil type character, like a Batman villain. He wasn't afraid to break the rules, you know, take over the announcer's table.
Yelling at old ladies? He's phenomenal.
But any rules is Hollywood. I gotta lie, cheat, lie right to your face and get away with it. I'm a bad guy.
This summer, World arrives. Guarantee your place at the FIFA World Cup when it comes to North America. Elevate every minute of match day and experience the very best of the beautiful game with a ticket-inclusive hospitality package. The countdown to kickoff is on.
Hey, visit WWEshop.com to shop officially licensed WrestleMania apparel, including WrestleMania t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and so much more. From action figures and autographed photos to WrestleMania commemorative plaques and replica championship belts, there's no shortage of ways to commemorate the biggest live event in sports entertainment. And the stars are out tonight here at ringside on the left, Tony Hinchcliffe, on the right, comedian Jeff Ross. Tony Hinchcliffe with a WWE special on Kill Tony. Now, the live event happens tonight, but it's going to be on Netflix coming out this Monday. And the drums... Start that again. The Drum Stick Squad has taken over WrestleMania. The energy is electric. The crowd's on its feet, leading the charge. The one and only OG Drumstick Cone. Chocolatey, creamy, crispy. This arena can't get enough. That's why Drumstick has earned the title of America's favorite. The undisputed, undefeated, ultimate cone. Can't get a beer, can't get an ice cream cone. You're in a diet now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Wonder Years.
The following contest
Yeah, these are some high quality scissors right here. This stuff. Do what? I said these are some high quality scissors right here. Y'all pay him no mind. Oh, you're on a stream? Oh, oh, damn. Anything you did was illegal. uh, exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, we were about to fucking shock everybody, and then they fucking put her with divas. Come on, bro. She's an anti-diva. Come on. Sorry, but haven't changed last time I've seen her yet. Pages, same old. Yeah, money talks, bullshit walks. No, it's not the fact that money talks. It's the fact that she wanted to be in WWE, and that's it. They wouldn't bring her back 'cause she had a broken neck. She went to AEW, proved that she could fucking wrestle with a broken neck, and WWE was like, "Oh, we need her. We need her back," and they brought her back. Michael Cole's having problems talking tonight. Yeah, because Michael Cole's he's a cuck. Wonder Years. Fuck the Wonder Years. Who are all these fucking little kids fucking coming out here with AJ? They look like fucking weirdos.
Moments ago we saw and now for the first time in 11 years at WrestleMania, AJ Lee skips away to the ring. Okay. Hey, was that Becky getting you moments ago? Go ahead. Absolutely furious. Sorry to take the shine from this entrance of the AJ Lee fans, but I can't fail to notice that the official who has been placed in charge of this championship matchup is none other than Jessica Carr. Jessica Fast Count Carr, who has been a major thorn in the side of the challenger Becky Lynch for the past 12 months, costing her several matches. And I'll tell you this right now, Michael Cole, there is zero chance Jessica Carr is going to be unbiased in this one. It is a conspiracy. It is a scandal. AJ Lee, defending the Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. And for Becky, there's really just one key strategy in this match tonight. That is avoid the submission move known as the Black Widow. They've met 3 times over the past 7 months. 3 times. Becky is tapped out to the Black Widow. I'll half agree with you. Yes, avoid the Black Widow at all costs because that is a guaranteed L. The other half is avoid the biased refereeing decision. Well, how much is Jessica Fast? How much is Becky paying you to keep up this propaganda to give her out when she loses to AJ tonight? Doesn't have to pay me a penny. I speak the truth, unlike you, Michael Cole. 25 years plus of nonsense right here at WrestleMania. Congratulations. And this has become very personal between these two. Becky Lynch revealing that her 5-year-old daughter, favorite wrestler, AJ Lee. Long-standing rival, straddling a couple of eras, as you mentioned, but AJ has simply been kryptonite for Becky Lynch ever since returning, delivering multiple humiliations at the man. That humiliation may be complete with victory tonight. Becky Lynch, though, we cannot ignore her resume at Wrestlemania. One of the great resumes, 4 wins, tied for the most of all time in the women's division.
And Lynch from the office already coming unglued here, but nice bit of power here from the Irish woman.
Yeah, suckering AJ Lee and a slam into the barricade.
Well, the first 30 seconds of this match were an absolute disaster for Lynch. Well, that is an example right there of why she is permanently championship caliber.
Continues to make history is Becky Lynch. Wrestlemania 32, when she won the inaugural WWE Women's Championship. Becky, of course, part of the main event, first women's main event in WrestleMania history back at WrestleMania 35. And now Lynch, leg drop off the top rope, put her down by Becky, win the title and a kick out by Lee.
Yeah, you're not going to put AJ Lee away that easily, but certainly softening up the jab and doing some major damage from the off. Gritting her teeth.
Well, Becky's got to be careful because the official, Jessica Cars,
is a cheat.
Well, it's not going to take anything from Becky tonight. Well, Becky now with a clothesline. Very intense, very determined. Becky with a corner, sending AJ to the center of the ring. Paul to the cover, hook in the leg. On Lee, kick out at 2.
Well, it's been Becky Lynch's greatest hits in the first 90 seconds of this matchup, and there is no relenting, just pure hatred oozing out of the pores of Lynch.
Becky should be concentrating a bit more on AJ than Becky.
Hold on.
Well, AJ taking out the 2. Well, what on earth is she doing now, Paul? That came back to bite her at the elimination chamber. She ended up regretting it and losing the match. Screaming in the ear of Jessica Park.
I can't believe you are absolutely insane. You know that?
Absolutely insane. You can't call a competitor that if you are a neutral official. Just call the competitor insane.
Oh, now AJ roared Becky may catch her here in a kick out at 2.
Yeah, nice distraction there from the referee, Jessica Fast Count Carr.
Also didn't hear what Becky was screaming in the ear of Jessica either.
She was whispering. One person was screaming, and now completely turning this around after an impromptu insertion by the referee is AJ Lee.
AJ with a knee to the face. And now into the tornado DDT. Becky centered toward the middle of the ring. AJ, what a collision.
That's the catch of the jaw of Becky Lynch. And collision like that normally does not behoove you to be the lighter competitor like AJ Lee is. Clearly a diminutive individual. And that sent shockwaves down the spine of the champ.
AJ Lee,
so nimble, so
gliding underneath and taking Becky off her feet.
Well, slowly but surely, AJ Lee is getting a major foothold in this match after the early abuse that she took.
AJ, listen, top kid. Acting involved toward the company. They're going to retain her Intercontinental Championship and she won back at the Elimination Chamber event.
And I'll hand it all to AJ Lee. So impressive since returning, completely undefeated since coming back. The ring rust truly is off, and she is simply getting better with each matchup, and that is scary for the rest of the women's division.
And as AJ gets better, Becky becomes more
Black Widow there, Joel.
And Becky within the count.
So what you've got to do in the build-up to this matchup, work on your counters for that one move on the
Becky looks great as the space. AJ back to the feet. Becky stunned now. Under the Shining Wizard. Becky, though, able to pick her out of the air. Stack it up with the champion. And a kick out.
Body of AJ Lee just bends in the strangest of ways, almost like a contortionist, and clearly Lynch using that to her advantage on a highly tight, stacked in there.
It's over 50,000 here tonight in Las Vegas for WrestleMania Saturday. Witnessing the Intercontinental Championship match between the champion AJ Lee and the former champ, Becky Lynch.
Permanent snarl etched on the face of Becky Lynch here. We've got a real number on the champ thus far.
Looking for the manhandle slam. And AJ Lee turns it into an arm drag. And a kick now to the back of the neck.
That speed, that pace of AJ Lee that really is the difference maker here.
Oh, God. And Becky swings her into the second rope
Great counter by Becky. That's what Fight Camp has been all about for Becky Lynch. That one move, that's been the problem. And now the manhandle slam. Becky Lynch doing the Intercontinental title. AJ Lee just got the shoulder up. Is that shock or is that fury in the eyes of Becky Lynch? Because she thought she had this one. What an amazing reversal. The neck of AJ Lynch surgically repaired, catching that middle rope, followed up with this manhandle slam. It should have been over, but the resilience of AJ Lee coming to the fore. Yeah, just angry Becky Lynch as she sends AJ in the ring. Now stopping way. Gotta be careful she doesn't get disqualified here.
Yeah, especially when you never know the referee's count cadence.
She did get out of Jessica Carter's face. I mean, I respect Carter for letting things go in this match, being a championship match, but she's well, turnout's fair play. Kids say Becky didn't deserve that.
Could have been a disqualification there for Becky Lynch. Another session away from victory for the chip of AJ Lee. Thought he had it in the bag after a major distraction once again. Becky Lynch not focused on her opponent, simply focusing on the referee.
See what happened to the official. Jessica Carter ducked underneath and it allowed AJ to strike.
It really is up for grabs now. Both women lay out. Both women have dropped major shots on their opponent, and their opponent has been equal to it. In the sense the end is inching closer.
AJ, right hand. I don't know. Slugfest continues.
In the slugfest, I'm backing the bigger, more powerful athlete of this class, in Georgia.
But smile, AJ Lee with a Black Widow. Well, Becky Lynch 10 for a fourth time.
Oh, God, get it towards those ropes. Get it in closer.
Trying to grab the rope to force a break, and I think she had a handful of hair, which caused AJ Lee to slip out of the hole.
Managed to navigate out of there somehow. Wait a second, that turnbuckle just fell off in the hands of Becky Lynch. Well, I don't think anyone saw it.
The official in front of him, and now sending AJ Lee through the exposed steel turnbuckle. And our man of slam, Jessica Carter, with no idea what happened. And Becky Lynch is a three-time Intercontinental champion. Here's your leader. Women's Intercontinental champion. And Becky Lynch.
Well, all is well in the world. Not only did Becky Lynch thwart the biased refereeing of Jessica Carr, she finally defeated her kryptonite, AJ Lee, and now is shining with the gold. Well, this is where it almost went wrong for Becky Lynch, into a shoving match with the official, looking a dangerous line here, potential disqualification, but to be fair, was let go. But immediately there, on the offense, was AJ Lee with a manhandle slam of her own and a late kick out. But this is pivotal here. The Black Widow escape, apparently pulling the hair of AJ Lee that the referee did not quite catch. But immediately following that up with some underhanded tactics, removing that turnbuckle, pulling the ref in the way. Referee got sandwiched as she backed out, unbeknownst to the ref, head first into the steel when AJ Lee and followed up. One manhandle slam later, we got a new Intercontinental champ, and it's them.
AJ Lee obviously disappointed, but we can't be upset the way she lost that match, only because Becky Lynch exposed the steam. Club WWE is the the ultimate insider membership program designed to bring fans closer to WWE than ever before through exclusive access, rewards, and experiences. If you're interested in becoming a founding member, you can join the waitlist now by visiting WWE.com/club WWE. Mortal.
Summer begins with combat.
Called Mortal Kombat for a reason.
Systems in the past. Oh, wait. Will definitely die. It's him now. Combat to Red Army.
I mean, I would be a no. Yeah. And who would play Stardust in here? I think it would be more. You know, we might move a lot of that.
I am here with LA Knight, ahead of tonight's main event. And Knight, your opponent says you've lost your edge.
Look, with the pressure's on, I don't fold, I get creamy.
You what?
Smooth under fire, cool when it counts when it's all said and done. I'm the one bringing the crunch.
Punch.
Clear, packed, and satisfying. Yeah!
LA, you're not focused when you're hungry. Have a Snickers.
Saviors satisfies.
Yeah! Aerial coverage of WrestleMania is brought to you by Goodyear. Legends aren't born, they're proven. And speaking of legends, we got many in the house here tonight at WrestleMania, including my guy, one of my good friends, Chuck Zito, the actor, here tonight in the house. And of course, George Kittle still there. No, drinking beer. Give Chuck his beer back. No Stone Cold t-shirt on. How many beers is that now? At least the ones who've seen him, he's here ending with us. Terrence Crawford. He's retired, but he's one of the all-time great boxers. He's here tonight enjoying the show. My name Marco, the comedian, and I don't think they're going to outbreak him. I don't think that's going to happen, guys. It's impossible. I'll give it a go, though. What am I going to try? How about yes, Conor Man? Super boxing. Oh my God, what a legend! His father, Nigel Benn, the darkest sort of my all-time favorite boxer, and Conor Benn. Now, huge win last week. Yeah, there is no bigger legend than the General. He's giving a break to the Dorfman family, going from the upper bowl to ringside. All thanks to the General. They give you a break on your car insurance when you need it most.
The following contest is scheduled for one call. Introducing first, Australia, weighing 250 pounds, the reigning general, Turn.
Well, Gunther has a lot to prove tonight. He does not have a great track record when it comes to WrestleMania. Two of the biggest upsets in WrestleMania history happened to him. 666-day reign as Intercontinental Champion, ended by Sami Zayn. His reign as World Champion ended last year by main event Jey Uso.
So I saw the kickoff show yesterday, and Gunther very specifically told you, Michael Cole, to shut up. Now that Gunther is in earshot, I suggest you heed his advice.
Okay, so he's the clerk. He's in the clothes of Goldberg and John Cena and AJ Styles. Love to do that to Rollins tonight. We'll get into that story in a moment. Hence the ring.
But it's variables. It should have been him.
He's not running. Wrong step, one, Iowa.
Looks like a villain out of the Game of Thrones. Seth Rollins entering his 15th WrestleMania like a phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yo, why Seth Rollins coming out here looking demonic as fuck? Like, I like it. Damn, he just gets dropped like that? Bro, no. Is it gonna be a fucking squash? It's a fucking squash. Yeah, Gunther's about to squash his ass.
Now, Seth Rollins is this generation's Mr. WrestleMania, the guy who does it time and time again. Well, this might even be too prestigious. I don't think you're gonna get it. This is a brawl. This is a fight. Rollins and Gunther. Rollins wearing Gunther out. And the problem in a fight is you cannot dictate the pace. And if you've been out of action for 6 months, it is a dangerous game to be playing. But Rollins here completely unglued. Rollins is not forgetting that Gunther put himself into WrestleMania by attacking Rollins from behind as Rollins was about to take it. Paul Heyman. Yes, he did. And witness come again for that. He is owed a favor by Paul Heyman, but it all got by Paul Heyman. From even considering the beating he's getting from Rollins' ears. Wayne, when is the last time you've seen Seth like this? It's Seth like this. Seth like this. Well, not only is Seth encrypted as relentless attacks in the preceding weeks to WrestleMania from Gunther, he's also been diverted out of the way of his major mission. So Gunther, you're going to take the blows for now, and eventually Seth hopes we'll get back to Paul Heyman et al. Gunther just trying to regroup. Senior official Chad Patton with his hands full in this matchup, and the fight's going to continue. Finally, we're on the ring as the reason we did not get a disqualification for those chair shots moments ago. And there, big chop by Gunther. Seth Rollins with a boot. Chop to the Adam's apple. But just bounced off Seth Rollins, who, as you say, is so incensed, so irate, and so motivated to cut Gunther down easier, said the dog. Now Gunther looking to take control. Sleeper hold. That's taken out so many men here. Think about AJ Styles. Think about John Cena. Now, a little German suplex. Seth able to land. Bit awkwardly, but still landed on his feet. Set to end like that because of the history of knee injuries. You have the kind of career Seth Rollins has had. You're gonna have a lot of injuries racking from head to toe. Right now, bouncing past everything Gunther throws at him, and now these stomps just. Well, speaking of stop, Rollins going for one, and he ran into a clothesline. Wait, this is not what I expected in this match. I don't think anyone would have expected this, knowing full well these are two technicians. However, clearly bad blood coming to a boil here, and Gunther's game plan from the off was to make this as fast-paced as possible, test the cardio conditioning of Seth Rollins, who's been out of commission for 6 months. Well, Seth passed the early test, but can he dig deep enough to show some major durability? Well, Gunther tried to get the upper hand early, and all it did was enrage Rollins. But now Gunther has slowed the pace to where he likes it. That methodical beatdown of your opponent. Gunther is just disciplined. He's a driven traditionalist, and this is more in the wheelhouse of Gunther right now. Gunther thrives on predictability, does his homework, preps like a machine. Seth has to throw some curveballs at Gunther if he's going to have any chance from this point. Do something Gunther has not strategized for, but first of all, you've got to get from beneath the boots of the ring general. It's interesting that Gunther brought up the fact that these two men had one match 7 years ago. Nothing was concluded in that matchup, and it's been bothering Gunther ever since. He claims that Rollins has been dodging him. Says he's hated Rollins for years, takes issue with the fact that many call Rollins the best bell-to-bell on the planet. Well, he's got 8 WrestleMania history
Does Seth Rollins over the likes of Brock Lesnar and Triple H? Remember, the heist of the century, the cash in, the Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania 31.
To take nothing away from the career of Seth freaking Rollins, one of the best to ever pull on a pair of boots. But when you talk about the best bell to bell, in Gunther's mind, that distinction belongs exclusively to him.
Well, it may be exclusively to Gunther now. Things he wants to prove in this match tonight. Rollins fighting back. Chop right to back. Bouncing Rollins off the turnbuckle.
And Rollins all of a sudden looks like somebody who has been on the shelf for the past 6 months and is trying to come back at the very top. No warm-up matches. No easing your way back into this. Simply the brightest of spotlights, the biggest pressure, and against this man mountain, the ring general.
Gunther now has Seth in trouble. Rollins near the top rope. Gunther looking to hook Rollins into a position perhaps to dead. No, Rollins able to slip out from behind, and now Seth Rollins.
Gunther's in big trouble now. Gunther just isn't used to being thrown around like that.
Position for a stop. Gunther wants to get out of harm's way. There's a release German suplex to Rollins. He winds up on his feet. Sends Gunther into the ropes, German suplex of his own. Line stops Rollins in his tracks. Back up on his feet and one of his own. Rollins is positioned.
Was what learning is. It's just enough to put a one big lariat of his own. This was after this impressive nickel block from Seth Rollins. Drop with a massive swinging clothesline, but hey, I got some of that too, Gunther. Both men now laid out.
There's an incredible scene tonight with over 50,000 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas for WrestleMania Saturday. Seth Rollins and Gunther squaring off.
I'll tell you right now, I thought Seth Rollins was going to be toast by now, especially given the frenetic pace of this one from the off. But the fact that Gunther is the one who's laid out and Seth is the one who looks closest to being recovered was absolutely stunning.
Gunther with a kick right across the face, and another one by the ring general. Rollins follows it up. Running forearm.
We talked about this not being a 5-star classic, it's simply been a dogfight from the word go. Not looking to show off their range, not looking to show off their scientific skills, just looking to beat the other man into submission.
Gunther just has a massive chip on his shoulder. Rollins upset with the way that this matchup came about.
Gunther done a really nice job of slowing Rollins down. That was always going to be the big threat for Gunther. The movement, the agility of Seth freaking Rollins. Well, we just haven't seen enough of that so far from Rollins. It's because Gunther has backed him into a corner.
Loves to trash talk, loves to bully his opponent. Rollins gonna hit one of his own. Now he's getting right out of the corner. Chop after chop after chop by Rollins. Rollins taking the fight to Gunther.
Rollins just has a fiery devil spirit. When you push him too far, he's gonna snap, and now we see that.
Gunther may snap too. Hooks Rollins. Stacks him up. Kick out by Rollins. See how quick Gunther is? Rollins momentarily glanced at the official, and it allowed Gunther to do this.
Two things, speed of mind, and on top of that, just a sheer power, explosive advantage over Rollins. And Gunther needs to do more of that if he's going to get the win here.
Seth Rollins, we learned over many years, part of a lion's tremendous resilience.
No doubt about it, but I'm going to give some credit to Gunther here. Look at the names he's retired over the past 12 months, and look at who he targeted for this WrestleMania. Gunther doesn't care about the also-rans in this world. If you're not A+, Gunther doesn't want you. He does the best every single time.
Well, and Gunther's made a point, Seth, with a a list of injuries over his career. He said, maybe you suffer another one tonight. Maybe I end your career.
Long way to build a terrifying reputation for yourself, and growing by the month is Gunther.
Pick it up, man. Inside the ring. So, I'm going to say now, I've said it on a number of occasions.
That is the yardstick for the current era in ring. Unsurpassed in all areas of mat competition. And doesn't he know it?
Looks in the best shape of his life.
It's completely match up here. Your style. Technical, I'm going to beat you. And I'll see you.
Set them on the top base. He's Gunther and backdrop. And Gunther able to counter. And a big super kick by Rollins. Robs Gunther to an knee. Seth looking for the stop. Seth caught him with an knee.
And this is that pace that's so crucial for Seth Rollins against someone like Gunther. Second bite of the cherry. Denied again.
Oh!
Unique reversal.
And Rollins has got him present. But he's still got Gunther in position for the pedigree, which he finally hits.
Well, he tried his best to get out of it, didn't get a full pedigree there, but got enough.
Stop the Gunther! Gunther by Rollins! Gunther kicks out of it!
And that right there, not be the moment Seth's hopes got a hell in a handbasket, not only a pedigree, albeit not front. That skin was as flush as they get. And Gunther, there's something inside that human being that is simply abnormal, kicking out
from that level of offense. These two men physically exhausted, physically beaten in a match that went from 0 to 10 immediately.
There's no devils in the eyes of the architect. Seth Rollins, I gave him 2 of my best. It should be over. I should be home and dry. Grabbing that knee I just noticed there. That right near Seth Rollins has caused major problems throughout his career.
We saw him come down on the early on in the matchup. Now Gunther back to his feet. Is Seth Rollins going to launch himself back for a big stop there? Gunther was able to get out of harm's way. Rollins rolls him up, stacks him up, shoulders down. Gunther kicks out. What a spectacular counter by Gunther into the sleeper. Rollins trying to hang on, trying to create space, trying to create separation, trying to get back to his feet. Rollins down. Back to the combination.
Seth freaking Rollins with that dice low clip. Nothing applies the way.
Rollins is on the sleeper. And he's just pushed by Rollins.
Where are you from?
The 2 men running on fumes here. Someone's about to drop here, Cole.
God, what a clothesline! Did you hear that?
Man, just when Seth Rollins wind in his sails.
I'm asking because I don't know.
Flight, and he might not know his own position.
And now Rollins hooking Gunther. Super kicks. Vintage Rollins, ladies and gentlemen. Falcon. Gunther kicks out. And Rollins with a sleeper. Rollins with a sleeper.
Out of the fire pan into the fire, and Gunther might be allowed to feel of his own sword here.
Is Gunther going to tap out again at WrestleMania? Is Gunther going to tap again at WrestleMania?
Gunther's there again. Gunther's playing the world.
And he gets his foot on the bottom rope.
I'm talking about it time and again, that huge frame of Gunther. What an advantage it was there.
And Rollins, now he's got to be questioning himself. What does he do at this point?
I mean, he's thrown everything but the kitchen sink at Gunther, and one way or another, Gunther lives on. Gunther is living dangerously here, but living he is. I don't think Gunther has any clue where he's at right now. Struggling to even maintain a political place. The momentum with Seth Rollins, and the belief is there.
Rollins, suicide dive, takes it deep, and I don't think it's done yet. And another one, Gunther's in trouble. You can't come from a position like this, you have to be relentless. Keep the pedal to the metal sack. Another suicide dive, it's out. Rollins, power, keep me first. Power on the table. Absolutely no give whatsoever. And Gunther is not finished there. Oh God, this is getting ugly. Referee keeping it very close eye on this as the count goes on. Gunther with Rollins up top. Comes to the ring. Rollins on the side. That might be a knockout of Gunther. Rollins keeps moving these the body of Gunther, but he's not finished yet. He knows Gunther is an absolute freak. Oh, God, I know he's going to go for a massive stop. Rollins looking for a massive stop. Gunther has no idea what's going on. Stop! It's time up. Rollins completely. Gunther beaten and busted. The referee really needs to check on Gunther because Gunther is an absolute mess at ringside. What a penalty and Division's Braun Breaker, the man who kicked Rollins out of the division. The man who's been out with a major injury over the past couple of months. Rollins back to hold Rollins. Breaking Rollins in half. Meanwhile, dragging himself to his feet. And the referee puts the whole thing cheating understandably on Gunther, who is staggering back. Rollins staring back at his nemesis. He better turn around. Gunther, let's get him high. You're the sleeper. Don't be the mix about the Pumpkin Rollins. Rollins, he can barely breathe after the spear. Well, this is like taking candy from a baby for Gunther here and severely weakened Rollins after that spear from the head case breaking. Rollins is fading. Gunther's got it locked in. Set Rollins maybe out. I think he's out there trying. Rollins reaches out. Gunther wins. That was an incredible match. Oh, that was absolutely incredible. Before Braun Breaker came from out of nowhere to end Rollins' Wrestlemania dream. Well, however you need to get the job done at WrestleMania, you do it. I have no idea if Gunther has any clue that Braun Breaker even came down after he was laid out on this desk. Take another look at this, the closing moments of the match. Gunther taking command, kidney first into that ring apron, following over the powerbomb on our desk, but then it turned around in a hurry. Pedigree, head first, onto the announce desk with no give, followed up by this stuff. Skull first, bouncing off the steel desk, and then with the referee otherwise engaged, out of nowhere, the shocking return of Braun Breaker spearing Seth Rollins to hell. And then the inevitable, the squeeze, the sleeper, Rollins is out. Gunther, your victim. Rollins, the man who formed the vision in his vision, only to be kicked out of the brute blast wall, led by that man, the unpredictable badass, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, breakneck speed, down the ramp, Rollins is defenseless!
should have put me down when you had the chance. Well, 23 miles an hour, top speed down the ramp, all directed at the midsection of Seth freaking Rollins. That is a warning. Stay well away from the vision set because there's plenty more where it came from. One is looking over clothing line. The oracle of the vision. All pain. The man who hitches his wagon to the next hottest thing in this industry, and it will be a fool to deny that that man is Braun White. Things have gone from bad to very worse for Seth Rollins.
The WrestleMania highlight of the night is presented by Aviator. Fly high with Aviator.
You know, this watch parties all over the world on Netflix, like in Johan, India. Think about going Ireland. They're having fun tonight in Toronto, Canada, enjoying WrestleMania 42. Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. The United Kingdom, Southampton, enjoying WrestleMania tonight. And in the home of Triple A, Mexico City. The WrestleMania is brought to you by Jungle Casino. Step into the ring, play hundreds of free casino-style games. It's the match, boredom. Let's jump. Everybody, immediately following the main event here on WrestleMania Saturday, we're going to head over to the show. There's Drew Carroll hosting the festivities. Big E will be there. Corey Graves, along with Jimmy returning. Following the main event.
Legacy Hall of Fame B.W.P. Bad news. The Worm, Dennis Rodman. As his smash to Austin. Legacy Hall of Fame inductee, Sid.
I'm never gonna be done
Please welcome Stephanie. Ladies and gentlemen, your WWE Hall of Fame class of 2026.
Imagine if you never shot and the man hangs. Imagine if he never stood across from the very best. Imagine if phenomenal was just a word. Good thing we don't have to. Congratulations to WWE Hall of Famer AJ Styles, brought to you by Xfinity. Make your home feel like the main event with the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi. That's the power of Xfinity. Imagine that. Tiffy time never ends, huh? Well, more Chumba time for me. If Daddy owes gold coins.
Champion, give me that tablet.
We're gonna get on the Jumbo belt. Nice.
Kind of like the one Damien took from you?
Whoa, chill, guys. Now that Chumba's on board, there's enough gold coins for everyone.
In later years, every time Hulk told the story, Andre gained 100 pounds. For those who believe, it's like when St. Paul had his epiphany on the road to Damascus.
The whole earth is gonna shake when
Jesus rose from the dead?
what are they gonna think when the giant hits the ring? He didn't get your the champion as well as the crucifix 7'5". This is the first time I've ever been in a not knowing what was gonna happen. Look at this. He's a giant. What's Logan saying to him? You wonder what could Logan possibly be saying to him? Oh man, I love you to death, brother. Let me tell you something. Thank you so much, man, for helping me out all these years. That was a conversation. And he looked pissed. He just looked like a rabid great white shark on his neck, tearing apart.
The storyline.
Yeah, bro, it's time for us to have a new Mr. WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels don't wrestle no more. And as far as Nick Hogan, I mean, again, he's got the look, but he just doesn't have the passion like his father did. You know? What else do we have tonight? I think this is supposed to be on tonight.
Did you believe the mod? Which is S in time, be a piece of history, do whatever sidekick you want to do, whatever suplex you want to do, whatever Troy twisted thing off the chain, bro. What I did was just forever.
WrestleMania 36, right? Or 26 when he fought The Undertaker and lost? They're overdoing it with the Hulk Hogan shit tonight, though. Like, I get it. He passed. It's sad. I can't remember. How's that look? That look better to you? Tomorrow night we will be here more. Like I said, I had family and friends over tonight. We're all chilling, watching remaining in the living room. But I am still here with y'all. I'm in the comments. I'm still here. Jimmy Hart.
That's why people see you.
Yeah, I know in Shawn Michaels songs where you have the high pitched screams. That's Jimmy Hart.
An escape into this marvelous movie.
The Hulk Hogan turned out to be more real than anyone ever thought it would be. It turned out to be who I really am.
I want you to order my I mean, Brett.
A two-day combo tickets for SummerSlam 2026 taking place Saturday, August 1st, Sunday, August 2nd at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis will go on sale Friday, May 1st at 10 a.m. Central Time via Ticketmaster. General pre-sale for the two-day combo tickets will begin Thursday, April 30th at 10 a.m. Central. Additionally, an exclusive pre-sale offer for Chase Freedom card members will begin Wednesday, April 29th at 10 a.m. Central. Fans can register for pre-sale info by visiting www.com/SummerSlam 2026-presale-registration. WrestleMania is in Las Vegas tonight. This is WrestleMania Saturday at Allegiant Stadium. But we are not done tonight. This is a two-night event. Tomorrow, WrestleMania Sunday, the first hour will be on ESPN for the first time ever, and we kick off with Brock Lesnar versus Ola Femi. The rest of the night takes place on the ESPN app with the Unlimited plan. In the main event, will be the world champion CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. It has been a long and winding road for the Second City Saint. His wrestling debut, LWF 1997. His journey through the Indies will continue Mid-American wrestling. Then off to St. Paul Championship Wrestling. He would find his feet in Ring of Honor 2 decades ago. Then his dream would come true. 20 years ago, his WWE debut in the reborn ECW. Then he would win his first World Championship in 2008. The famous controversial pipe bomb in 2011. 2014, he would leave WWE for nearly a decade before the improbable return in 2023. And now, Reigns as the world champion to face Roman Reigns tomorrow night.
Okay, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Liv Morgan, best WrestleMania entrance ever. Hercules, I know you enjoyed it. Are they streaming the full WrestleMania show? Yeah, we here. We'll be here tomorrow night too. But I'm not posting it. Back here looking great. She is a queen of the under fucking lord, or the underworld.
For the first time in her career, La Primera, Stephanie McCurry, walks to the ring, and she's the Women's World Champion in a matchup where she faces Liv Morgan for the very first time ever. A match that has become so personal. Just look at the face of Liv Morgan. The bruises still on display after an attack a couple of weeks ago. Morgan winning the Royal Rumble this year after being the bridesmaid a couple of times. Earned this opportunity, chose Stephanie McCurry, and here we are tonight. He won the title in September at WrestlePalooza tonight. Would be WrestleMania without the great Alicia Taylor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And for the women's champion. Introducing first challenger from Elmwood Park, New Jersey. And her opponent from San Fernando, Chile. She is women's World Champion, Stephanie McCurry.
You are looking at two of the biggest stars in our industry today. Stephanie McCurry and Liv Morgan could not have had more opposite upbringings. A more opposite pathway to get to this moment in their careers. The official, Eddie Arango, will be the referee for this match tonight.
I'll tell you right now, what Stephanie McCurry has done since arriving in WWE has been absolutely incredible. The past 2 years, there's just been a long victory streak. She's been amazing. How's she done it? By being calm and composed. The masterstroke of Liv Morgan leading into this match is she's turned up highly emotional. And can Stephanie McCurry compete with that, considering Liv Morgan is a woman who thrives in chaos?
And as you can see, the way this matchup starts, no love lost between these two women, Morgan and McCurry. And is Stephanie going to chase Liv outside the ring? Now, here's my question for you. Stephanie's been focused on this match for weeks and weeks and weeks. Liv Morgan has to an extent, but she's off filming music videos, cutting that brand new song, Trouble. Do you think her head's here or elsewhere?
No, absolutely not. I think her head is right where it should be. She had one of the greatest 2024s of anybody. 2025 was wiped out by injury. Liv Morgan came back for one reason, to get back to the very top. did the right thing in January, won the Royal Rumble. Now is the time to finish the job.
And Morgan, a two-time world champion, has had great success at Mania over her career, but hopes to change that tonight. Off the ropes, to the bomb. Stacks up the champ now, and Stephanie kicks out at 2.
Liv Morgan's a woman who's been looked down upon by some quarters through her path of her career, never quite considered at that top echelon. That changed in a big way over the past couple of years, and even to this day, the chair isn't quite giving her the credit I believe Liv Morgan deserves.
Well, Stephanie, extremely confident, and there's a reason. She's not been pinned or submitted since coming to the main roster. Oh, a nice suplex. And again, her boyfriend, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, they both use this move. The Three Amigos, made famous by the late, great Eddie Guerrero. So influential to the career of Dominic Mysterio. Liv Morgan now finds herself in control. What does Liv have to do to win the title tonight?
The pressure on Stephanie McCare at all times. We know full well that Stephanie McCare with a win in her cells only ever leads to victory. And Liv Morgan has to be acutely aware of getting the upper hand, which she has, finishing the job.
Liv now, from high above the ring, top rope, went with a frog splash.
And there you go. It was that beat on top of the turnbuckle that Liv Morgan doesn't normally pull off. That one moment was all the care needed, and here's your favourite move, Michael Cole.
Footman's, by the way.
And yours, don't lie, don't you shine out.
And now Stephanie gonna turn into the devil's kiss on Liv Morgan. He would be wise to stay quiet. It doesn't seem like the pressure of the first WrestleMania has been getting to Stephanie at all here. Oh, knee straight to the jaw.
That was beautiful.
Cover by Stephanie McCare. And a kick out by Morgan.
And you're right, the pressure just doesn't get to McCare. That has been true of day one since she arrived in NXT a couple of years ago on a crash course all the way to the NXT Championship. And that momentum never slowed. And here we go, Cole. Oh, nice reversal there from Liv Morgan.
Morgan now with a backstab.
Yeah, might have been looking for that SVB at one point there, but quickly turning around, acutely aware of the danger of that particular move was Morgan.
And again, Liv Morgan.
Oh, hello.
She was going to go for the devil's kiss. It almost got caught.
And that's the problem. You get a little too cocky in there with a world champ like Stephanie McCare, you're going to get into problems.
Now Stephanie with, wow. Isn't enough to retain the championship. He small the back, forcing Morgan to kick out.
Just about kicking out there and living incredibly dangerously here as Liv Morgan, and things are going completely off the rails. Double underhook with the knee blasted into the back of the neck. That has done so much damage to all opponents throughout the career of McCare. And somehow Liv Morgan is alive in this one, but only just. McCare is also dragging at this point too. She can pick up the pace here, but no.
Road breaker by Morgan. Robbie and McCare back toward the rope. Stephanie, though, able to roll through, perhaps playing possum. I don't think Liv got on it. Oblivion. Stephanie just hit Liv with a rubber move. Oblivion into the hooks both legs, and Morgan's got a kick out.
Well, what a major statement it would have been for McCare, putting Liv Morgan away with her own specialized move, the Oblivion, but it was not to be. And now it's this like crisis starting to stir up in the mind of La Primera.
Exactly, but mentally this could screw up Morgan as well, getting hit by her own move, the Oblivion.
Well, Morgan's barely got anything into the past couple of minutes in here, and she's been hit with some major offense from La Primera, who looks like...
Wait up to the top rope, that's Roxanne Perez.
A lot of moments of
McCare, push perhaps with the Care Inferno is what she calls it, and now Raquel Rodriguez getting involved. The numbers game from the Judgment Day. Morgan, O'Brien, covered by Liv. Stephanie kicks it out.
Well, that was the game plan. If things go wrong, hit the ring, help me out. Roxanne with the distract, the damage caused by the massive Raquel, but somehow McCare still lives on here, and this is where it looked like it had gone south for La Primera. Draped over the top rope, just went down, and that was a late kick out, but a kick out all the same.
Now, if you're literally, if you just hit your finishing move, couldn't put Stephanie McCarroll away.
Was clearly going for a second bite of the cherry.
Oh, come on, the officials got to do something about this. Judgment Day is just swarming all over the place out here.
Well, that's always been the playbook of the Judgment Day. La Primera was clearly ready for it.
Oh, look down. Looked like she was setting up for oblivion, ended up going through the ropes and taking out her Judgment Day colleagues.
So it was a sixth sense there from Stephanie McCarroll. Wait up!
Big spotting from him. Morgan, though, was able to escape.
Well, took out the two miscreants on the outside. Oh, no.
Morgan driving McCarroll into the steps.
Well, distraction, sometimes that is all it needs.
Oh, look at the code breaker from the second rope. Stephanie in trouble. Morgan down. Oblivion for a second time. Come on. Morgan wins the championship. And the man who faces the demon tomorrow, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, comes out to celebrate.
The greatest love story of all time continues. What a celebration it is going to be tonight in Sin City for these two. Don't party too hard, Dom. Don't burn off all your energy this evening. You'll need some of that tomorrow when you take on the demon Finn Balor. But for now, it is party time in the clubhouse.
But what a champion Stephanie McCarroll was. And this ended up being a 3-on-1 match, Wade.
I mean, very little chance at this point. And it looked like, miraculously, Stephanie McCarroll was going to pull it out again. So many distractions on the outside. And this was one too many for the now former champ after her first reign comes to a close. What oblivion right here. And Liv Morgan is back where she belongs, right at the very business end of the women's division, your new world champion.
Liv Morgan as world champion is going to cause a lot of trouble on Monday Night Raw. The Judgment Day in full force. Wade Jackson of the theme song.
Reserved. Huh? Right. And Liv Morgan's your new champion now. Yeah.
United States.
Yeah, Liv Morgan went to the Coachella over the weekend, so she did a lot of drugs. That's why she looks like a crackhead.
She has been absolutely good for 2 straight years. Back to the top eventually.
Tonight, and just moments away from this, it is our main event. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, in a match that has been building for 20 years, defends the undisputed WWE Championship against the Viper Randy Orton. Eddie, Pat McAfee playing all this. The Viper Rhodes for the undisputed WWE title. We are moments away from WrestleMania Saturday's main event here in Las Vegas.
Good. Where are they?
Night one WrestleMania. What an amazing evening it's been so far. As your host, I have the luxury of announcing tonight's attendance. There's been a lot of speculation on what it might be. Vegas is the perfect city, and I would have bet the over. I look around and there are people everywhere. I am proud to announce tonight's official attendance, 50,816 people. Las Vegas and those around, thank you so much. It is wonderful to see Bianca Belair here tonight at WrestleMania. 50,860 WWE fans let out a roar when the EST music hit. Oh man, Bianca, it has simply been too long. The EST live here in living color. And I cannot wait to see what Bianca Belair has up her sleeve.
You can't trust somebody out without EST. Now, I know it's been a long time since I've been out here with you guys, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all the love and all the support, whether it's me at home or me in this ring. Thank you so much. I miss you too. Now, you know you can't have WrestleMania without a few surprises now, right? So, John, I think we need to add one more to the list. Because the EST is having a baby.
Thank you so much for allowing our family to share this moment with yours. I stand corrected. We need to include the youngest WWE superstar in history for 50,816 in attendance. And you can feel the energy here in Las Vegas. All the noise, everybody's focused on this box right here because next up is your main. Congratulations to Bianca Belair. Of course, her husband, Montez Ford. Wow, what a rocker at WrestleMania. Tell you right now, that kid is going to be an athlete. Great genetics. Minutes away from Cody and Randy. All right, WrestleMania fans, we got something exciting for you. A special look at one of the most anticipated movies of the year. Street Fighter, coming to theaters this October. Check it out. Fighter. Tonight, I'm the Street Fighter. You won. You win. Perfect. That a fireball came out of Reed. Perfect.
It was intriguing, and they wanted to see more of it.
You just show up and put in the main event everywhere we go. The character didn't really have a persona, other than he was big and nasty and mean.
Everybody's been running scared. They've been feeding me this great beef meat every week on TV. I want the best now. All these superstars, they've been hiding in the eye of the storm, brother. I've been whipping everybody out here.
As I was telling the thought with all the promoters, they said, if you're looking as big as you are, you need to be in New York. Madison Square Garden is the epitome of wrestling. And there's a guy named Vince McMahon Sr. who called. And he wants you to come to New York. So I went up there. Vince McMahon's clicking quarters, looking at me. I want you to come to work for me. Work nothing but main events. And draw money all over the world. I said, oh, really? First off, I would change the name.
It is the Incredible Hulk Hogan.
And I said, what is a Hulk Hogan? What does that mean?
And back in the day, my dad gave him his name. He was this big kid, and my dad, of course.
This song sucks. Come on, bro. It wasn't that bad.
So why not? Hogan, it was alliterative, so let's go with that.
But I'm Italiano.
He's Italiano.
Vince said it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, okay. I'll think about it.
Again, guys, tomorrow night we'll be here all night with you. All right, tonight, like I said, we got a family gathering, chilling and shit with the family, you know, having drinks, watching WrestleMania. We're doing it big in there.
Very first match that.
But still watching.
Square Garden.
And we are all very disappointed with WrestleMania. WWF!
When Hulk and I had that match, Vince McMahon Sr. came to me and he said, we have really high hopes for this child. I really want you to get him over as best you can.
It wasn't horrible.
He's going to win. And I
mean, it fits her style, bro. Like, come on. You can't tell me in 5 years after hearing that song it's going to be the same for Shawn Michaels. When people heard that Shawn Michaels song, they were like, bro, are you fucking serious? They gave Shawn Michaels shit for Sexy Boy. And then what happened? It turned to be the fucking greatest song ever for him. So don't tell me that Liv Morgan can't do good with this song. Like, come on. It's not that bad.
To convey to people that, you know, what do I have to do to get this guy down?
What?
You're doing the lockdown thing right now?
Yeah.
This to be the forefront of the wrestling business.
I haven't watched WWE in a minute, but some of the shit that you've been doing is bullshit.
That's all right.
Are you watching it live on the phone thing right now?
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing we're watching in there. Like I keep saying, get a fucking stream and we can get something going.
I know, but I just get drunk and belligerent on mine.
So getting drunk?
Hey, I got up to like
Well,
20 something people.
Of course you do.
Like I'm getting people. They like some people like what the fuck I say.
Fucking commercials, man. This is WrestleMania. Why we got all these goddamn commercials?
They're trying to make it like the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Guys, we'll be right back. Oh wait. Are y'all serious?
Wheelie Bot, American 250.
Watch fucking commercials.
So that's how your stuff is set up?
America is to you.
So that's how mine would look if I got like a computer and everything?
I can come over and tell you how to do it all. Okay. It's all free. Only thing is, if you want to stream on everything like I'm doing, because I'm on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick, you have to pay $20 or like 168 or. But everything's there. You see everything.
Like they can see what you're watching, or they can only hear what you're
You can
watching.
hear what I'm watching. They can't see it because we can talk about anything.
I thought there were like ways around that because I'd be seeing
There are ways around it, but I don't feel like doing that because I'm not. Yeah, my time is good.
You could put the flow on me.
How does an event become an experience? This is how. This is why. This is WrestleMania. We know what it means to our country, but it doesn't mean to a kingdom. Why? WrestleMania. From the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So incredible, it would need to be experienced to be believed.
Wheatley American Vodka and WWE are proud to be joined tonight by Staff Sergeant Yari Arista from the USO and the Air Force here in Nevada. Wheatley raises a glass to Staff Sergeant Arista and all retired and active members of the U.S. military. Thank you for your service. Buckle up. It's time for our main event.
You know, I always watched the relationship between Triple H and Randy. Triple H was Randy's mentor. They became opponents. The relationship wasn't as cozy. And I always thought, I don't know if that's how I want to be one day with Randy Orton, my mentor. And in the case of Randy, I don't think it will be that way. I don't think it will be that way.
I'm not your son and I'm not your brother, but I have always been proud to be your boy. After the main event of WrestleMania, I want you to know, I will always love you. Personal between Cody and I want my legacy to be how much gold I can put around my waist. I find myself floating on a
I don't let that much to me. Just don't understand why you're fighting so hard to come back to being a version of yourself you already beat.
You know it's fucking bullshit. You know what is fucking bullshit? Look at this fucking video package we're getting. Look at this fucking video package that we are getting, and you're telling me we needed Pat fucking McAfee for this fucking rivalry? Look at this fucking video package. From 2011 until now, we needed fucking Pat McAfee to fucking sell this match. Are you fucking serious? They wait until the fucking day of the match to give us a package like this when they could have given us this for 4 fucking weeks. They gave us Pat McAfee instead to sell fucking Ram 25 fucking percent off to get to WrestleMania. Dude, fuck WWE. I don't give a shit, dude. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. I'm sitting in there with the family watching this, and they're like, "Are y'all serious? We needed Pat McAfee for this. This is what the story should have been. This tribute right here to them. Mentor versus student. Evolution legacy. Come on, man. But we needed Pat fucking McAfee to sell tickets. I hate this. I hate them so fucking much. Now y'all see why I hate this company. I fucking hate them. Man, they fucking ruined this rivalry for these two men. Just like they ruined John Cena turning heel, they ruined Cody versus Randy. What are they gonna ruin next? Braun Breaker? Are they gonna ruin Gunther? Are they gonna ruin Sami Zayn? Are they gonna ruin Roman Reigns versus The Rock? Are they gonna ruin Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns? Are they gonna ruin Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu? Are they gonna ruin fucking Becky Lynch versus fucking Gray from NXT? Like, dude, I'm just tired. And look, the first thing we see for this match is Pat fucking McAfee, bro. Like the you wonder if I hate this company? Why? Why do you wonder? I just hate it, dude. I really hate the fact that they need a fucking celebrity to sell this match between two men who have 20 fucking years of experience together. Their families in the company, bro. Dusty, fucking Bob Orton, like coming up in the company together. They could have sold this fucking match, and they needed fucking Pat McAfee coming out here looking like Terminator T1000. He thinks he's The Rock from last year, but he's not. I don't get it. I don't get it. You're just joking. Oh man, I hate this so much. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go watch with the family. I'll be right back in a little bit.
And claims that he's going to change the way things are done around here. I don't know what's happened to this guy. I don't know what's got in his head, except that this ass has an ego that is flowing completely out of control.
I'm going to try and add reason to the rhyme of some of the things Matt McAfee has said in recent weeks, like you. This very agree with, but what it has done is created fuzz. It's created this matchup now that might not have been there otherwise.
There's no doubt about it. I'm sitting with this game this week. I'm being this thing. Always generating buzz. People are talking about it. He talks about it on his show on ESPN. But it's the way he's going about this. And this attitude he has. This larger than feeling.
He's softening up. He's a natural guy. I've seen a word from earlier in the day. He is polarizing here in WWE. I got to know. He has been he gets taken up there if you do. He has been loved. He has been hated. He's been everything in between. And right now, I think it's pretty much 100% on the hated end of that spectrum.
Party. Do you want to actually go in the room, sit to them standing, and give me the ring up? No, make sure you. We're gonna keep moving time for the night. Who's gonna win? I think it's gonna be Randy because they want to sell that Pat McAfee match, but no.
Shock rider. Listen to this place. I don't understand why Orton needs McAfee in his ear. I'll tell you why he needs McAfee in his ear. There is nothing McAfee can offer Orton when it comes to this business. No advice he can give him that will help Orton. What McAfee has done is divided the attention of Orton's opponent, Cody Rhodes. 90% of the interviews in the lead up to this that Cody has done have been about McAfee. That's a mistake. Most of star is making the son of a green. Cody's beautiful daughter. Beautiful wife too as well. And what has been a very trying couple of months to the undisputed WWE champion. A man who wants to be 2v1, who wants to be the champion that people, that kids will look up to. The man to carry this company into the next generation, doing everything right. But even men like Cody Rhodes, after what he's been put through the past 3 years, will reach a breaking point. Will that breaking point be tonight? We use the word polarizing a lot tonight, Wade. You can hear the reaction from the 50,000 plus here tonight in Las Vegas.
Well, in unison, they're completely behind QB1 Cody Rhodes. They know what he's done for this industry. They know the words of Pat McAfee several weeks ago, criticizing what QB1 Cody Rhodes represents here. They know that's nonsense.
He just didn't criticize Cody Rhodes. He criticized our industry. He criticized our business. He criticized all the WWE fans that have made that what this is today. All to stroke his own ego for some damn reason that none of us can understand.
Well, does Pat actually believe a word of what he said, or was he simply trying to get into the head of Cody Rhodes for whatever reason? Well, if that was the game plan, it has worked. Let's be clear. The focus of Cody is split tonight.
It's main event time. Here's Alicia Taylor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and he is for the undisputed WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger.
Yeah, right, Alicia. Listen up, you disgusting pigs! Make some noise for the man who stands at 6'5", 275 pounds. A depiction of perfection in professional wrestling. When he walks out of here tonight, he's gonna show each and every one of you fat-ass bums what greatness looks like as he becomes a 15-time world champion. Who's gonna save the business tonight? Randy Orton.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, 222 pounds. He is the undisputed champion, the Hurricane Man, Cody Rhodes.
What an atmosphere. Senior official Charles Robinson will referee this championship match tonight. A match 20 years in the making. The mentor Orton, the student Rhodes. Randy creeping up on history. He wins. Charles Wilson. Oh my God, come on. Assaulting Rhodes with a microphone. And then Randy beating the hell out of the champion. And the match hasn't even started yet.
Right before the bell was going to ring, the fix is in. McAfee knows exactly what he's doing. As callous, as cold as you like.
And Cody trying to fight back. And
For real. For that. I saw that. It was fucking ridiculous. Crossroads. Fuck you, McAfee. McAfee's out. Watch your back, Cody. Watch your back. Where's Randy? Where's Randy? Come on, Randy. Guys, I will be doing my 2K show on YouTube tonight, so just in case you don't see me later on Twitch, I will be on YouTube with 2K25 for our WrestleMania Night 1. Cody, you taking your time on Pat? Come on. No, well, hold up. Jelly Roll with a big splash? Jelly Roll with a big splash? Okay. Okay. Well, give him up like that can say, and I'll turn on you later. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna turn on Cody. I ain't gonna lie, Cody's attire is hard as fuck.
Take out the snaps. McAfee's out.
Well, McAfee needs a stretcher. I think there's one on the way here.
He needs a shrink is what he needs.
Well, Brandy Orton looking on at a flattened Pat McAfee, whatever can. And he's going to challenge you here as to when you come out the window.
One of the Jelly Roll, elbow, driving McAfee through our announce table. As Cody Rhodes looks on with a smile. And now, as they get McAfee out of here, Wade, here's the situation. We're going to get that one-on-one thing I need. That's the match between Orton and Rhodes. Finally, equal playing field. Nobody's screwing around. Rhodes and Orton for the title.
Well, the fix was attempted by McAfee, the jump start before the bell even rang. McAfee now has a one-way ticket to hospital.
So wait, I do want to bring this up as they did with McAfee at ringside. Randy Orton has been rumors running rampant online all week long about Randy Orton possibly being injured. From what I understand, in the locker room today, there was a lot of talk about Randy Orton have a back injury. So will he be 100% time?
You know what he called that? He called that a red herring. That's just another thing being thrown at Cody Rhodes to think about. I don't believe it for a second. Randy's been through the walls in his career. We know he's had major back issues. I don't see any sign of that lightning. So Randy's fine.
So does this McAfee situation screw Randy up at all?
100%. Clearly, McAfee was here to be on the outside, to be a major issue and a thorn in the side. We'll take another look at what just went down before our main event even got started. It's a crossroads.
Jelly Roll is gonna turn on Cody Montez. Pat McAfee is a bitch. Pat McAfee is a bitch. He said, yeah. Oh, fuck you fans. That's what he just did. You think they give a fuck about these fans, bro? Oh, now the match is starting. I'll be right back.
WrestleMania and Randy Orton's career. 22 years at WrestleMania this year.
This is really a position that neither man thought they were going to be in at this point of the match. The opening bell, no Pat McAfee here to help Orton, no Pat McAfee here to distract Cody Rhodes. We're getting straight up student versus teacher. I'll tell you right now, Cole, it rarely works out well when the student starts to outshine that teacher.
Even out of the lockup collar and elbow tie up into a headlock by Randy Orton. Orton and Rhodes here tonight. What does Orton have to do to win the title?
Well, Orton needs to think fast because whatever game plan he had on the outside with Pat McAfee, he needs to lean into 25 years of experience and come up with a new game plan. Be damn quickly.
For Cody Rhodes, a man who's had a mixed bag in WrestleMania over the years. What does Cody need to do to keep the title?
Well, Cody needs to stay calm. He's been put through the wood chipper by Randy Orton emotionally and physically over the past several weeks. Needs to block that out. Realize this is just another man you are competing against. Time and again, Cody has beaten the best of this industry over the past 3 years. Well, he needs to do it again tonight.
Well, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, the relationship dates back 20 years. The formation of Legacy with Ted DiBiase Jr., Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. We're really giving Rhodes his start here at this level in WWE, and there's the shoulder tackle by Orton. Seems to be moving crisply so far.
Don't believe a word of the hype you see online, Michael Cole.
Well, it's not just online. There was a lot of talk in the locker room today about it.
Because people in the locker room believe the nonsense they read online. Well, this is Randy Orton, who looks absolutely back to a physical peak.
Cody bounced off the top turnbuckle by the Viper. Randy Orton, who has 9 wins in WrestleMania. He's tied 5th all time with a man we saw earlier tonight, Seth Rollins.
What is Randy's primary motivation? He wants to be the greatest of all time in terms of total championships. Gets one step closer tonight with a victory, a number 15.
Looking at out quick one. To drop down with the right hand. Randy misses wildly. Cody Rhodes on a power slam.
Tell you right now, speaking to Cody, I was very close to him during my in-ring career, and Cody would always talk on rental cars at bars about how much he was inspired and impressed by Randy Orton, how Randy Orton was the perfect wrestler. Nobody has studied Randy Orton as deeply as Cody Rhodes has.
Rhodes now off the second row. Went for the Cody cut. Got caught by Orton now. And Randy. Oh, and we haven't seen Randy do that in a while. He delivered a backbreaker. Randy came up a bit late. Oh. You saw the way that Randy's back, his body torqued as he delivered that to Cody Rhodes. Now the moment of truth. Remember at the King of the Ring a couple of years back, around a few months back, Randy went down to the thumb of the eye. Cody Rhodes pulled the trigger on Randy. It almost cost him.
He's talking about a back issue. Of course, Randy's career almost ended just a couple of years ago by a major back surgery, and that was certainly something tweaked in that lower back. You can see if Randy can shrug that off. That sometimes happens early in matches. You're not quite on those long entrances. A lot of nonsense on the outside before the match even starts. Sometimes your bottom cools down. Randy may have just tweaked a little something. And once the body temperature gets back up, he's running forward.
Oh, Cody Rhodes delivering Randy the slam. Randy now wildly sending the right hand, and he's hurt, and he's going to roll out of the ring.
It was that back once again. Pulled a red herring earlier. Maybe this is what the hype was in the locker room.
We told you the rumors started to come out earlier in the week, and then there was a lot of talk about it today. And Randy is really hurting.
Imagine being Randy Orton. You came down here expecting to be 100%. You came down here expecting to have Pat McAfee in your corner. You're the challenger in the main event of WrestleMania, and everything just went to hell in a handbasket. Slow. Forget the pain part, just moving slow.
Oh, and now driving Randy into the corner back first. Cody Rhodes being extremely aggressive here tonight. Understanding Orton's got a problem, and now with a half crab, Cody Rhodes going to continue to apply the pressure to the injured back of Orton.
I mean, this is what you do when you're as good as these two, that any weakness whatsoever, you have to exploit it. You cannot have a single hesitation. Gold is on the line here. Your career legacy is on the line here. This man wants to take everything from you.
Randy Orton admitting in an interview we did with you, Wade, that Cody's like a brother to him. But this is about his legacy. That is what drives Randy at this point in his career.
Yeah, it was a fascinating interview. I was amazed at how calm and controlled Randy was. There's a certain controlled psychosis about it, which I realize is an oxymoron, but it's true. When Randy, like a switch, that absolute beast inside him comes out to play.
And I'm impressed with what Cody's doing tonight. No hesitation to attack the weakness of Orton.
Well, not at all, and this is what you have to do at this level, and to everything Orton has done to Cody over the past 4 or so weeks. This is exactly what Orton deserves. Who can forget the blast to the head with that steel chair several weeks ago on SmackDown that left Cody a bloody mess. Ended that friendship.
Orton blames Cody for all of this, saying that Cody Rhodes is the one that unleashed the demons, told him to be on. Randy took it to heart.
Randy is just a binary personality. It's black and it's white. It's friend or it's foe. And when goal is on the line, you make a choice. Even if you go back to the King of the Ring tournament, the final last year, Randy momentarily hesitated to put Cody away in that match. He's regretted it ever since. If he gets a chance tonight, he certainly will not make that same mistake again.
And Cody had the same issue in that tournament with Orton, and you saw it trying. He wasn't going to allow it to happen this time around.
All bets are off of this. Hesitate when it's a friend. These two stopped being friends several weeks ago.
Oh, not if it was in a Randy. Almost to the ear, Cody Rhodes. Reversing, Rhodes center in the corner. Over the top, scoops up Orton. And in combination and a kick out at two. And again, right to the kidney area. Randy's having trouble just standing. Look at the way his feet are, though. He can't even stand right.
Randy is a shadow of the man that has been on the road to WrestleMania, that got himself here. It's all gone awry tonight.
Cody now delivers a suplex. Great strategy, final chin into the cover. And again, these frequent covers also hurting the back as he has to kick out.
Absolutely. It applies pressure to the midsection. Constantly having to squeeze your torso and you ride that kick out, just triggering whatever sciatic issue that might be.
Maybe just trying to somehow get himself back in the match as Cody Rhodes now looks to climb to the top rope.
Randy's barely getting shot into the last 5 minutes. He's been absorbing abuse.
And Randy Orton able to cause Cody to lose his balance, and now Randy has a chance.
No, they don't.
And Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes exchanging blows. Orton needs to end this match quickly to have a chance.
Can he block out the pain enough to deliver enough damage to Cody to put him away? That's the problem. This is not smart
at all. Not at all. Randy letting his instincts kick in, but a superplex would be good for neither.
Cowboy Bob Orton style. Randy Orton reverting too tight and clearly regretting it.
And look at this.
You go big or you go home at WrestleMania, and it may be time for Randy Orton to go home, because going big there was a big mistake.
But at least the superplex from Orton's standpoint, he slowed Cody down a bit. And there's a clothesline by Randy. And now Randy looking to build off adrenaline. There's the power slam by
superlative best. Not playing as much as it's hindering Orton's abilities. If he can block it out, if he can focus, if he can just do enough, there is a path to victory. And this is it.
There's the Drapey DDT, that vintage Randy Orton move, but again, working the back.
I'll tell you right now, there may not be a move in the entirety of wrestling that does not involve the back somehow. Even going down and dropping to apparently bang the mat was an issue for Orton there. It was more than one way to skin a cat.
Back to his feet, look for the RKO. Cody able to counter. Randy grabbed his back again. Now sent out to the floor right here in front of us.
Just a beat too slow is Orton to follow up on what he's planning.
And Cody punch into a right hand by Randy, and Randy needed that.
A nice club right to the temple of Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton knocking the wind out of Cody at the right time. Look at the mess and destruction around us. It may be about to get worse here.
Oh, and Randy Orton loves delivering those blows on the announce table, which he's doing to Cody Rhodes here. Cody does have the advantage tonight, being the champion. Randy's got a pin or submit Rhodes to win the title.
A brave referee who does a double count out here. Brave, I'm getting well back from Randy Orton.
With a smile across the face of the Viper.
Suddenly you see that belief might be back in the eyes of Randy Orton.
Oh no, Orton driven into the post by Cody, and Cody looking to rally.
Cody's been softened up, but he's got a die-hard spirit.
This has been a physical match, and Cody, of course, he was attacked before the match even began by McAfee and Orton.
Which might have been the best thing that could have happened to Cody Rhodes based on how things turned out in the aftermath of said attack.
Randy Orton. Orton's been busted open, and now Cody Rhodes with the right hand. And Cody now going to focus on that wound on the forehead of Randy.
Head first into that steel ring post, and the effects are apparent to the entire world now. And Randy Orton's problems continue to spiral in this main event with the WWE title hanging in the balance.
And now an irate Cody Rhodes, an angry Rhodes, taking advantage of everything he can against Randy Orton.
Imagine Cody Rhodes 4 weeks ago perhaps would have some sympathy, some empathy from his former mentor, from his former friend. You can't show that tonight, Cody.
Yeah, but a lot has changed in the last 4 weeks. The function of the industry, the business has changed so quickly because of what has happened in this rivalry. Cody, as Randy Orton is begging for mercy here.
Cody never thought he would be in this position tonight. He didn't think he'd get a Viper so softened up by injury.
Cody should get no mercy at all.
Nor should he.
Oh, and there it is, the disaster kick by Rhodes. Randy Orton drops in the ring. Cody's got a chance into the cover to retain the championship. Orton just gets the shoulder up.
Well, Orton is a shell of a competitor right now, and you're in there with one of the greatest in Cody Rhodes. Not where you want to be. We're going Rambo style tonight.
Okay, so I'm really surprised that Randy Orton is busted open. Fuck Pat McAfee.
Mentioned at the top of the match, Ray, at some point everybody reaches that breaking point. But we wondered if Cody was going to reach it tonight.
Cody beating the hell out of Randy Orton here, and Randy Orton just looking limp.
Cody's been through so much mentally.
Are you fucking serious? On Randy Orton's knee pad, it says Slim Jim. They had advertisement on the fucking stars now.
This is different Cody Rhodes tonight.
We have advertisement on the fucking stars.
Randy talked about his.
That's sad.
It's about
That's fucking sad.
3-time world champion.
Cody can put something on Orton here. It really is game over. And
You think we're gonna heal Cody?
Just fucking Randy. Randy slowly to his feet. And Cody to the end of the corner. Randy Orton.
Randy Orton crossroads. That was nice. I am really surprised that people are surprised that this night sucked. Did it really though? I mean, it wasn't horrible, but did it make sense? No. Night two is probably going to be the better night.
Need a strike. Randy Orton measuring Rose. Up for the RKO. Backshot by Cody. Shoulders down. Orton kicks out.
Oh, come on, Cody. Someone can help.
Delivered with enough to get the 3 count.
It is clutch time. In the Undisputed WWE Championship match. Cody Rhodes, the champion. Randy Orton, the busted open challenger, who just collapsed on the floor in front of us.
Cody, the man who has this industry pumping through his veins, the man who has defended us against all the insults from McAfee from all the attacks. But Randy Orton now looking to finish the job. Randy Orton took the low road while Cody Rhodes happy to meet him there.
And out delivering.
Yo, Cody is being savage.
And this is a completely different Cody Rhodes. The breaking point has been reached for the champion.
It's WrestleMania. It's the main event. The gold is on the line against your current most hated nemesis, a man who tried to take from you everything you hold dear.
Randy knows where it's at, Wade.
It was a Seth's match sucks because it's Seth.
Measuring Orton. Randy! Kicks out.
Well, Coiled, ready to strike, written off by the entire planet, but still venomous as ever. But somehow it wasn't enough. This is when it's getting out of Orton.
This is not Randy.
Until then, we look completely spent in this main event, but someone has to win this thing.
What was spent, Rhodes is spent. The main event of WrestleMania Saturday. Everything on the line. The prestigious WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes maybe getting to the upper hand here. Right there, no turns it around.
Back in a slugfest, the big is Jim. Face opponent punching him in to the end. Even was a week, but that was the effect.
Referee. What the fuck? Randy said, "Fuck it." He's got blonde hair too. Fuck him. Cody, you dumb bitch. There you go, Cody. They're gonna boo Cody for low blowing, but they were ready to cheer Randy for it, huh? Fucking fickle ass fans. RKO. Done. Done. That's it. Oh, hell fucking no. Well, Hercules, here comes your boy Pat. Hey, why was slamming doors? What? Batteries. For what? Battery. Hey.
There's no way this is lit. It's not protected by higher ups in the TKO, as has been alluded to in SmackDown the past couple of weeks. Isn't this pretty cool? And Greg Charles Robinson is starting to come through. Randy on it now. Johnny returns.
Yo, what the fuck just happened? I can see MKO McAfee and then Cody got the win. That's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb, man. Just a waste. Just a fucking waste.
Turning to this big team title. Well, this is a matchup that ended up looking nothing like any of us anticipated. This is why Cody running direct distance, left them 8 and RKO. Randy attempted a low blow. Cody was wise to it. Low blow of his own. This is where things really took a crazy, crazy turn. An attempt from
On my toes.
the cookbook. Back to bring it turned up. The pitfall. Didn't make it work.
Dude, it's so fucking stupid. Why the hell doing the storyline for Randy to turn on? It makes no goddamn sense. No goddamn sense. I just can't with this fucking company, man. I guess Randy's not done. You gonna kick it? Cody Rhodes gets punted to end night 2 or night 1. In the crowd, one more time, one more time. Fickle. All right, you guys. I appreciate y'all watching, even though I wasn't here the whole stream. But tomorrow night, I will be here for the whole stream. Tonight was not WrestleMania. Tonight was the pre-show. That's my opinion. If you don't like it, well, you can kick rocks. But yeah, not happy for WrestleMania this year. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, take it easy, keep it too sweet, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah, it was shit. And that's coming from Hercules, of all people. It was shit. So how you doing? It was shit, and you can't teach shit, but WWE can do shit. Later, fam. I appreciate y'all. Peace. I'll see y'all tomorrow night.